turn this to where y'all can see. See if we can spin these out of there pretty quick. Yeah, that old exhaust manifold gaskets, they're just gone. Now we'll fix that issue at some point. Let me look at these together. They really all look about the same. You can see that 2, 1 and 2, 6 and 4 are a little bit more lean. There's a little brown on that end of that electrode, but I mean, none of them really, they're all black, like it's been, you know, running rich for quite some time, but hard to tell. We'll put new ones in it. So what we'll do though, we'll take these spark plug wires into the shop, take this distributor cap into the shop too. Coil. We'll see if we can ohm test them. See if that tells us anything. Because this cap really don't look bad at all. Yep. All right. Into the shop. All right, so Miss Nikki picked up my parts for me. All right. That's 35, right? Let's see what we got. Well,
what do you think?
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole, okay. Whole wire is hooked up. Yeah.
Alright. I smell gas.
Yeah, smell gas. Did you check the points? I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I did. I gapped them yesterday.
That's on.
Yeah. Nothing on there.
New coil.
Dead fish. Go ahead and change plug wires. like wires are on somewhat. Still got a bit.
Cross your fingers.
It's like a quest now.
Yep.
Where's it at right now?
It's about a half inch in front of the top, right on it. Can you see it?
Yeah. It's always something. Something new.
Always.
Dinner bell.
There you go. Time is it? 6:20?
Is it?
Yeah, my God, where'd this day go?
Get away from you.
It'll be dark out here in a little bit. An hour.
Yeah. Let me turn the key on and see if that's
See a spark?
sparking. Well, they ain't getting closed all the way.
See if that connector on that coil is.
They ain't getting the points ain't getting closed all the way. I'm gonna get me a light down here.
I'm thinking the wire you pulled off the coil might not be making good connection. You know what I'm saying? I know it's tight, but that's where that fire comes from. That's where the voltage comes from.
Yeah, but the points aren't closing. What I just noticed here. I mean, we're off the lobe
Right.
all the way, and they're not closed now. Let's do this.
Here, I'll hold.
turn the light off. Oh, it's sparking now. Sparking pretty good. Grab me a, I'm actually gonna get me a piece of sandpaper.
You know, both of our dads would have worked on trucks of this era.
Oh yeah. Grab this real quick and then go get something to eat. Before Mama gets upset. All right, you know, start. If you can.
Yes, sir. Let me work the gas.
No, I got it.
Here we go. Watch your fingers.
All right. We're back. All right, so at least the sun is shining. It's still cold outside, but there's no wind, the sun's shining, so that's great. I know y'all probably get tired of hearing about the weather. Sorry about that. All right, so I did confirm that the distributor was bad. I pulled it out yesterday, and the bearings are worn out in it. There's side play in the shaft. That's what was causing the points to be. There's Mama. In adjustment and then go out of adjustment, and the truck die or wouldn't start, whatever. So I have a new distributor now here. I've already confirmed that the points are set properly. I've marked it where number 1 is off of the other one. I marked the other one before I took it out. A lot of problem with these. Sometimes these old engines pulling these out. You got this oil pump drive down here. The shaft runs up into that and down into the oil pump, and this camshaft turns the distributor. Distributor in turn turns the oil pump. There's a clip on that shaft that keeps it from pulling up out of the oil pump. What happens though, all the old oil being in here in this old vehicle, there's carbon that builds up and kind of glues that shaft into the bottom of this distributor. And so you have to work at it up and down, up and down, up and down, knocking it around, trying to get it up out of there, because that clip will slide down the shaft and the shaft will pull out of the oil pump. And then whenever you get the distributor out, the shaft falls down and goes into the oil pan. Then you got to pull the oil pan off to get and pull the oil pump off to put the clip back in the proper place, put the drive shaft back up in there, put the pump back on, put the oil pan back on. It's a big ordeal. I think we're okay, but I've got this distributor, actually oil pump priming tool. You stick this in down on the shaft, it simulates the distributor, then you put a drill on this and spin it. I don't need to do all that. I'm just going to check and make sure that it's still in the oil pump. Pull my rag out of the hole that I stuck in there yesterday, and I did check, and the shaft is still there where it's supposed to be, but just making sure that it's not just laying in there. I believe we're all right. Okay, so now we get to put our brand new distributor in. Sorry I didn't let y'all see that. And I did put the engine on number 1 on top dead center, 0 on the balancer down there, 0 degrees, before I took it out. So we should be able to pop this right back in. As it's going in, it'll turn, and we'll line this rotor up with that red mark right there, which will be number 1. And I've got a mark on the water pump here that shows that this vacuum advance points straight towards that, aligned with that mark. So if we put everything back the way it was, just like that, we should be right where we were. Should be in good shape. Sometimes these are, there we go. All right, we're a little bit off. Turn the rotor a little bit. Looks like there we are. Right back in time where it was. And also I did check the vacuum advance on the other distributor was shot. Did not work at all. It was a total vacuum leak. So that was part of the problem as well. Now we're gonna put our distributor hold down back on there. I normally would just go to town cleaning all this stuff, but that'll be later. Right now I'm just getting this thing running to where I can move it around without having to mess around with it too much. Next thing I'll do is put the brakes on it, but I'm not gonna do that right away. I've got to work on one of our daily drivers, which I hate doing, but somebody's gotta do it. And I either gotta do it or I gotta pay somebody to do it, so I guess I'm gonna do it. So I can pay for stuff on these old ones. Alright, now we'll leave that loose. It's just snug, actually. Not loose, but snug. Alright, let's put the new rotor on. Ain't nothing wrong with the old one, but you know. Now, we shall hook our coil wire back up. We'll bolt my coil back down. Or my coil. If you're from the country, you call it a coil. If I had a longer extension, I'd use it. That was a joke. All right, now that's tightened up satisfactorily. We should be ready to give this a crank and see if it fires up. Looks like I forgot to hook my fuel line back up. You have to check top dead center again because it could have a worn out timing chain in it, and that means that my number one top dead center wasn't really number one, depending on which direction you turn it to get the slack out of it. Well, that's 180 degrees out. So if it is, then I have to turn the engine one revolution. Well, at 180 degrees it would still be up, and it is up. That's right. Intake compression power exhaust. So come around again. Yeah. Say that's probably a little bit out of time. The tooth off. Gonna have to put a charger on it. Apparently there's some slack in the timing chain. It has thrown the timing off. This thing's timing should be set at between 6 and 10 degrees. I had it at 10. And that's before top dead center. It's actually about 4 degrees after top dead center right now. So there's significant wear in the timing chain. But I do think it runs pretty decent. I'm good with that for now until we get the brakes on this thing. Like I said, we run it for a while. I'll fix the wires a little better on it, plug wires, and run it a little while, try to get that old nasty, the rest of that gas out of the tank. And it'll take some running, take a few tanks through it and some adjusting to get this thing running really good. But I'm gonna have to change the timing chain in it. Other than that, I mean, it's definitely worth doing because the engine is very, very sound, very strong sounding, runs really well. So anyway, guys, questions, comments, concerned, please subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Trying to make something out of it. So let's just see where it goes together. If you've got any advice, questions, comments, whatever, I'm sure I made some mistakes here, but you know, I'm welcome to hear them. And if you have any questions, anything I can help you with, be sure to let me know. I will look at the comments and I will respond. Thank you, guys. See ya.